tuần vừa rồi á, bạn nào đã có cái debate, đã có mock debate riêng với team của mình, thì bây giờ các con sẽ đổi tên. You can't go to the breakout room. Okay. Now let I see. Or maybe it's fine. No, you stay here, em. Right. So what we do is, and what team you want to be? Churches?
No, I don't need it.
Okay. Okay. So, đợi cô chút. Rồi, bây giờ trong lúc mà thầy đang họp với hai team để chuẩn bị cho cái buổi mock debate, thì cô đề nghị các bạn ở ngoài này nè, chuẩn bị nè. Hôm nay mình sẽ làm mock debate là topic là should homework be abolished or be banned, right? Thì bây giờ các bạn phải change your name, rename yourself, đổi tên lại là tụi con để tên theo cú pháp là O. Đầu tiên là tụi con phải là, ví dụ như cô đổi tên một bạn ha, là O1. Bạn nào đây? Lily ha. Lily. Rồi. Này, Lily có team của con tên gì? Con có team debate không? Con thuộc team nào?
Dạ, con cái student helper, anh student helper của con là anh Robert.
Rồi. Tên của team của con có tên không?
Dạ, hình như là tên của team con là tên Winner cô.
Winner hả? Rồi cô lấy giả dụ ha. Lily này, rồi Lily này Winner phải không? Rồi cô nói giả dụ ha. Rồi thì bây giờ đây, cô coi everyone. Rồi thì bây giờ nếu mà cô rename Lily nè, để cô rename Lily, thì các bạn sẽ thấy là chữ Lily start with O1. O1 means opposition one, có nghĩa là Lily sẽ thuộc opposition team và con sẽ là first speaker nhé. Thì các con sẽ rename, mình tự chọn cho mình cái vị trí, cái position. Rồi. Và cái tên team nếu như mà có, cô nhắn trong
chị Đức trong thì cái breakout room nào chỉ có chị assign được
breakout room hiện giờ chị không mở, tại vì bạn SH nào muốn thì chị sẽ đưa vào. Summer đúng không? Summer làm gì con? Tại vì chị sợ các bạn vào mà trong khi thầy đang hướng dẫn cho các SH rồi. Rồi để coi Summer muốn vào team gì ta? Summer muốn vào team gì?
Team của con là Angel.
Thôi cho con vào team Churches nha, tại vì cô Đức thấy là các bạn team kia đã có hết rồi. Rồi. Opposition với proposition có hết rồi. Ok. Rồi còn bạn SH nào không? Rồi. Bây giờ các bạn con chưa có nhóm không sao hết, thì bây giờ tụi con sẽ suy nghĩ đi, tụi con muốn chọn là opposition or proposition, và tụi con muốn nói là speaker one or speaker two. Còn nếu như mà tụi con không có một cái reference thì lát hồi cô sẽ allocate randomly, cô sẽ đưa vào cô giống như là cô sẽ đưa vào một cách ngẫu nhiên nha. Thì bây giờ các con ví dụ như là O2 Jenna Dragon là rất là tốt nè, có nghĩa cô đọc vô là cô sẽ biết là bạn Jenna là thuộc team Dragon và bạn sẽ ở opposition team, sẽ là speaker số 2. Rồi thì bây giờ tụi con rename trước, cô cho phép là tụi con rename for reference, right?
Yeah. Cô ơi cô.
Cô
ơi, vì team của con chưa có đặt tên, team của con chưa có tên, con không biết
con chưa có tên thì con để team SH phía sau cũng được. để cô biết, tức là các bạn phải biết nhau á, là để lát hồi á cô đưa các bạn vào cùng một phòng nha. Để mình biết là đưa vào cùng một phòng ha. Chứ không thì cô, tại vì cô không biết á, thì lát hồi sẽ mình sẽ đưa vào. Right, Michael, you back?
No, need to go speak with the team.
Okay, yeah, right.
All the rooms have...
I think all the room is now I open the room again for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm preparing the kit in the main room, right? Yeah. How many team you think we open today? In the breakout later. So each room we have 6 or 7 or 9.
Rồi thì Quỳnh Chi, Sophia 10.
Rồi giờ các bạn rename đi, tại vì các bạn rename thì
team của bạn ấy.
Ví dụ như bạn John là rất là tốt nè, cô nhìn vô là cô biết được là John sẽ là thuộc proposition team và John sẽ thuộc là Green Star, thì lát hồi cô sẽ đặt một cái tên phòng tên là Green Star để cho John vào, đúng không? Và để thì tới hồi cô sẽ cần là mỗi phòng sẽ có ít nhất là 7 bạn, ít nhất nha, tức là trong đó sẽ có 2 đội debate, đúng không? Mỗi đội là 3 bạn. Rồi, và sau đó cô sẽ allocate ít nhất là một student helper, một SH sẽ làm giám khảo, hoặc là bạn nào nếu mà tụi con có kinh nghiệm debate, có kinh nghiệm debate mà không là SH thì tụi con cũng có thể để phía sau, để tên của tụi con là judge nha. Thì nếu như mà bạn phải có cái tên của bạn bắt đầu, ví dụ như là Lam Anh tốt nè, Lan Anh là cô biết là con là P2 nè, proposition con là speaker số 2, và cô sẽ phân công con vào cái team của bạn SH Đình Lộc, đúng không? Rồi giờ các bạn đổi đi. Rồi Michael có rồi, Michael có proposition 2 rồi. Rồi còn bạn nào chưa có nữa không? Rồi cho cô hỏi là hôm bữa vừa rồi á thì có bạn nào đã làm mock debate chưa? Có bạn, có team nào? Cô biết là team của Joy Stella có làm mock debate rồi nè. Ok. Rồi có team của Stella là O1 hả con? Rồi. Bây giờ cô vẫn còn rất là nhiều bạn bạn 02 là O2 phải không con? Chắc con mở số 0 rồi. Tại vì khi mà tụi con rename đúng á thì nó sẽ hiện lên theo đúng thứ tự, để lát cô phân phòng cho dễ và cô biết là các bạn là phòng nào ha. Rồi có nhiều bạn chưa nè. Rồi bây giờ rồi công việc thứ hai. Rồi sau khi mà các bạn đi ra để các bạn làm mock debate á, thì các bạn học viên của mình sẽ làm gì? Thì cô yêu cầu mỗi bạn sẽ lấy cho cô một tờ giấy, một cây viết, hoặc là lấy cái hoặc là nếu như mà tụi con đang dùng Zoom trên điện thoại thì tụi con có thể mở một thiết bị nào đó. Cô nghĩ là giấy với viết đi. Giấy với viết thì để tụi con viết cho nó dễ. Thì cô muốn là khi các con nghe 2 đội debate thì các con sẽ viết lại, ghi chú, viết nốt lại. Có thể là viết bằng tiếng Anh hay tiếng Việt gì đó, viết tạm thời bây giờ take note thì bằng tiếng Việt được, nhưng mà lát hồi sau cái buổi hôm nay mỗi bạn sẽ yêu cầu một cái bài tập về nhà, đó là các bạn sẽ chụp hình và nộp lên Zalo hoặc nộp lên Facebook là những cái reflection của tụi con sau cái buổi ngày hôm nay, thì tụi con hiểu gì về cái buổi, tụi con quan sát được về cái buổi debate này, giống như kiểu viết reflection ha, viết tất cả những cái gì mà con hiểu hay con biết hay con nhớ, giống kiểu là thư ký viết a reflection, what you learn about the mock debate đó. Thì trong khi tụi con sẽ có 45 phút để làm cái việc này, tại vì khi 2 đội debate thì mỗi đội sẽ cô tính tổng thời gian là khoảng 45 phút đó. Thì giờ mình ngồi không thì nó chán, đúng không? Thì cô muốn là tụi con sẽ document, viết nốt lại, giống kiểu là thư ký viết gọi là viết nhật ký hoặc là viết nốt lại, viết lại tất cả những cái gì mà tụi con quan sát được ha. Rồi sau đó thì giám khảo, những bạn nào sẽ là giám khảo sẽ cho nhận xét. Rồi sau khi mà nhận xét xong, biết được điểm đội nào thắng á, các anh chị SH ra thì bây giờ mình sẽ chia cái team của mình. Rồi do cho câu hỏi là ở đây có bạn nào cùng team không? Nếu mà các bạn cùng team á, thì các bạn vô nhắn trong Zalo với nhau ha, để lát hồi biết là mình lên cùng một team nha. Ví dụ như cô thấy Green Star là cô thấy được 2 bạn rồi nè, Dandelion có rồi nè, Sophia 10 cũng có 2 bạn rồi nè, tốt nè. Team Angel hả? Angels có rồi. Rồi team nào nữa? Rồi có mấy bạn chưa đổi tên à, thì các bạn phải đổi tên. Có mấy bạn giơ tay, con giơ tay làm gì vậy? Con có muốn hỏi gì hả? Giơ tay sẵn làm gì đó? Giờ các con rõ hết chưa? Rõ hết là mình phải làm gì chưa? Trong khi mình đợi ha. Rồi bây giờ con không có team hả? Con không có team cũng bạn nào không có team thì không sao. Bạn nào không có team á, thì bây giờ là cô bây giờ các con suy nghĩ đi, là nếu như mà với cái topic là should homework be abolished, be banned, thì con sẽ muốn là vào cái team là phủ định hay khẳng định, opposition or proposition. Mỗi team sẽ cần có 3 bạn, như vậy một cái phòng mình sẽ có 6 bạn, là 2 đội debate, và mỗi bạn sẽ thi đấu như thế nào thì mình sẽ xem SH thi đấu trước nha. Rồi các bạn có hỏi gì không?
Kẹo đó cho con ăn.
Con hỏi đi. Cô chỉ đang lẽ ra cô sẽ nói tiếng Anh, nhưng mà cô nói tiếng Việt, tại vì cô muốn tất cả các bạn hiểu. Và cô đang làm cái công việc là để chuẩn bị cho thầy Michael dẫn các bạn debate, dẫn 2 cái team SH ra thi đấu cho chúng mình thấy. Tức là mình sẽ làm một cái gọi là mock debate, nhưng mà theo cái hình thức như là một cái debate, như là một cái một cái vòng thi đấu thiệt nha. Và dĩ nhiên là các bạn SS thì các bạn có nhiều kinh nghiệm rồi, thì các con sẽ quan sát được và sẽ thấy được là student helper khi họ thi đấu thật thì nó sẽ như thế nào, đúng không? Bữa giờ là tụi con học với lại SH và học với lại các giáo viên nhí, là tụi con toàn thấy là các giáo viên nhí gọi là sao ta, các giáo viên nhí là dạy tụi con không à, đúng không? Chứ không có thấy là các giáo viên nhí thực hiện. Alright, Michael, you ready? Should I close it?
So just to let everybody know what's going on, and shouldn't you be in the judges' room?
They cannot, because the way that we do is add. All right, so I don't know who should I move them to, right? Yeah.
Well, it should be, Anne's the only person that should be in the...
So can you assign Anne in there?
I don't know
I think
what's
it's
going on
manually
with these
now,
break
so...
rooms. I assigned 3 judges, 3 opposition and 3 proposition. And now there's just people randomly jumping into and out of these rooms. I don't know how.
Wait, Mr. Michael, what are we doing?
So we're having a mock debate today. We've selected a few, we've selected some judges, we've selected, excuse me, an opposition team, and we've selected a proposition team. They're going to have a mock debate for you guys today. And then in the second hour, we're going to pair you up in breakout rooms so you can have a practice debate today as well.
All right. So Michael, in the opposition team, now only 2 members. Who have you selected
And
to be in the opposition team? Or can I just add one more person random there? Is it Harry or Max? You want to be in the...
I want to
Uh,
be in the opposition. I want to be.
So Harry, I give you into the opposition team, all right? Okay. Oh no, sorry.
it looks like Max has gone back in there.
Okay, maybe just get them extra 1 person there, or you want them to be the judges?
Well, I've already got 3 judges, but now there's for some reason 5 judges in there.
Or the new SH, so I just let them to be in a team so that they can listen. You want I move them out? So
Miss Duke, where are we going? The debaters.
Okay, so
right, I think all the room closed, Michael.
yep, all right. So I'm just writing down who should be there.
Okay.
All right, so the judges should be Rob, Anne, and Mark.
So I move Summer and Yang out, yeah?
Please, if you can.
Uh,
The opposition team is Kelly, Max, and Steph. And the proposition
yeah.
team
Yeah.
should be Hamp, Bella, and Emily.
Okay. So I think opposition is Steph, Max, and Kelly is correct.
Yeah, Max,
Proposition
Kelly,
team.
and Steph.
Okay. Proposition team, Bella, Ham, and Emily, correct? And the rest of HH, I will put them into churches for now.
Well, the rest of the SH can just watch this one as well.
Okay.
Because they're going to be running these debates for the people that we put in the...
Yeah, but I couldn't remove them out now. Summer and Yang there, so maybe get them as the 5 judges, right? You know, like a training, you allocate the
We'll
work.
only need 3. Like we only need 3.
Okay, so Summer and Yang, please do not join the breakout room. Okay, you will be here. Yeah, I don't know how to remove you out. All right, should I open the room now?
Hang on.
No, sorry, I open. You want me to close the room?
It automatically keeps sending me into the judges room. Like I'm not even pressing anything.
Sorry, who's that? Summer?
Yeah.
No.
It keeps sending me into the judges room, but I'm not like pressing anything.
Okay.
Sorry, I just keep leaving.
That's okay. You just stay in there and you just stay outside. It's okay. Summer, yeah. Why are there 2 people? That's okay. If you don't have enough, I will send a random people in. All right. Yeah. Right. So, any more questions? Have you? So Andrew said, you know, you only have 2 people. That's okay. All right. So I just need to make sure. So when you name yourself, then you make sure that you will go into the same breakout room later. Right. So what I do is I make sure that everyone will have, each room will have 3 speakers for opposition team and 3 speakers for proposition team. And then, you know, 1 judges or 3 judges if possible. Michael, you okay? All right. You want to, all right. So if you hear back, then, you know, I leave it to you. You guide them what the process. You are muted. You don't wait to be in the room?
No, they all of the judges and all of the teams know what they've got to do.
Okay. So you want to organize, tell all the students what's going on, and then when we start, because now it's
Yeah, so after this 10-minute preparation period, the teams are going to come back and they're going to have a mock debate so that you guys can just watch, try and take notes, try and learn about what's going on. And then in the second hour of the workshop today, you guys are going to be doing your own mock debates. So we're just going to use this one now. It's just a chance to watch what's going on.
all right. So I would recommend everyone for you to participate in the debate. You need to rename yourself. Start with O or P and the number. For example, O1, that means you will be opposition and will be the speaker one, right? For those who do not rename, then I won't be able to allocate you to the team for debate. Then you just be the audience, you just be listening, right? So everyone, you need to rename yourself now. And if you do have a debate team, can you make sure that you talk to each other in your yellow group and make sure that, everyone join to the Zoom call now? Yeah. Right. So I see that, there are few now, there are still a lot who doesn't have, right? Who their name is, right. So when we say O mean letter O, right? So I see some of you put number 0, but it's okay. I change yourself. Right. Now, Yoon Nha Khánh, will you be like opposition speaker 3, correct? And you don't have the team. All right. Okay. Now, Queer Anna, you will be you put number 3. I'm not sure. Number 3, you want to be the opposition or proposition? Queer Anna, Sophia 3.
Proposition.
Proposition. Then you have to put B3. Right. Anna, 1, 2, 3. Ruby in the Winston team.
Yeah.
Will you be you be O1, yeah? So O should start first, right? O1, right? Winston team, okay, yeah. Right. Anna, 1, 2, 3. Cherry, SH. Oh, Cherry, what role do you want to be in the debate? You need to rename yourself. Anna, 1, 2, 3. Dennis, Emily, what do you want to be? Want to be in opposition or proposition? Ivan, Gia Bảo is good. You have Mandarin team, but I don't know that we want to be which team, of P or O team, right? Hung, James. Oh, James is okay. James, you got B3, all right? So I got James. So B3, you have to start at B3. Now I'm not sure. Right. So there are a few of you here. Mandarin, Trần Hải Nam, what team are you? I know that there are a few Mandarin team. Mark. Right. So everyone now, while we're waiting, I would like you to think about 3 arguments for each side of the debate, right? Write in the chat 3 arguments, right? So the motion, the topic today is should homework be abolished, right? No more homework. That's the topic, right? So can everyone write in the chat? Think about it and write in the chat for me 3 arguments for and against, right? 3 arguments for and against this motion. Should homework be banned, right? You have been practicing in your yellow group for the whole week. I know that you should be able to be very good by now. Right, so can everyone? Yeah. Can you put for me 3 arguments in the chat? For and against the motion. Should homework be abolished? Should homework be banned? IDC. Stella, what is IDC? P3, proposition 3. Right. So, all right. So everyone, thinking and write in the chat for me. 3 arguments, for and against. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Now, especially for those who put your name as O mean opposition, B mean proposition. Yeah. So you can, thinking more on the side of your debate side, right? Okay. Right. So everyone, yeah. So I see here, O1, I have 5. So I have to list it down. So at least, I think we have 5 teams, yeah? So I have, if you don't rename yourself, then, I will allocate random, right? So O2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. O2, I have 6 now. So O3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Okay, right. B1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. B2.
Okay, I think our debaters should be back in about 10 seconds, and then we can begin the debate.
All right. Michael, you ready? Can I just ask for information, Michael? Are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Later on in a small breakout room, there will be 6 debaters, and then minimum how many judges or audience? 1?
Realistically, 1 judge, 1 moderator, and
Okay, so that was
6
fast.
debaters.
All right, so 1 judge and 1 moderator. Right, but the judge and the moderator should be hash. Yeah,
Correct.
because okay, so I will just randomly allocate them. Right. Yeah. So at the moment, based on what they name themselves, like either the opposition or proposition, 1, 2, 3, I have about 6, 7 teams now. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So 7 teams later. All right. Yeah.
Yep.
And if they don't name themselves, then they can be just like the audience to watch. Yeah.
Correct. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I'm ready.
Okay, so Rob and Mark, just before we begin, Rob, Ann, and Mark, can you please change your names to
Already.
pardon? Sweet, already done that. So Anne and Mark as well, if you could just add the word judge to your name, just so we know who you are. Hamp, Bella, and Emily, can you make sure that you have added the word proposition to your Zoom name? And can you add in the number of speaker that you are? So first proposition, second proposition, third proposition. And then Kelly, Max, and Steph, can you do the same, but adding the word opposition to your team names?
Right. So we should start very soon, everyone. I still see some of you haven't got your name correct. So if you don't name yourself as opposition or proposition, you will be just the audience. All right? Yeah. Or I randomly allocate you to make sure that we have enough team member. So like now, I think that I need to have 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. All right.
Okay, let's get started. So, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the NCSN public round mock debate, which would have been week 5 of our workshop series. The topic for today's debate will be, should homework be abolished? Arguing for the proposition, working with the motion that yes, homework should be abolished, we have the team of Hamp, Bella, and Emily. Arguing for the opposition, making the case that no, homework should not be abolished. We need more homework. We love homework. We have the team of Kelly, Max, and Steph. And finally, before we begin, I'd like to introduce our panel of judges for this mock debate. We have some of our wonderful student helpers, Rob, Anne, and Mark. So they'll be judging our debaters today and coming back with the final result. And I'm Mr. Michael. I'll be the moderator overseeing this afternoon's proceedings. So let me get my timer up and then we can begin. Okay, so we'll be working to our regular NCSN format, 4 minutes per substantive speech, 2 minutes per reply speech. So at this time, I would like to invite the first speaker for the proposition team to begin their arguments.
So my speech will start in 3, 2, and 1. Homework is now a useful tool for students to prepare for tests, review for the exams, etc. However, homework usually have negative impacts as well as positive, but our team firmly believe that homework should be abolished. Grading to judges the opponent's team, and Bella, I'm the first speaker of the opposition team. So my speech is divided into 3 parts, which I will start by defining the stakeholders of this motion, my arguments, and the conclusion. First and foremost, I would like to start with my stakeholders. So there are 3 main stakeholders in this motion. Firstly, teachers play a key role in assigning and grading homework. They may have varying opinions on whether homework should be abolished. Some teachers believe that homework is necessary to reinforce concepts taught in class, while others feel that alternative methods of learning and assessment can be equally effective. Secondly, other
1 minute.
educational institutions such as schools and schools district also have a stake in the homework debate. They have the policies in place that either support or discourage the use of homework. Additionally, they may consider factors such as academic performance, student well-being, and parent feedback when they're making decisions about homework. Lastly, are the students, because they are directly impacted by homework, as they are the ones who have to complete the assignments out of school. Some argue that homework can be overwhelming and can lead to stress and burnout among students. Now I will start with my argument. So I have two main arguments to support this motion. First, they will have a lack of time for other activities. Homework often takes up a significant amount of time outside of school hours. This leaves with limited time for extracurricular activities, hobbies, family time, and relaxation, while the others are important for overall well-being and development. Secondly, it will increase stress and pressure. Excessive homework can lead to heightened levels of stress and anxiety among students. This pressure to complete assignments within strict deadlines and the fear of not meeting academic expectations can negatively impact on their mental health. So in conclusion, we firmly agree with this motion because of the above reasons. I rest my case here. Thank you very much.
Michael, can I suggest that the speaker, either judges or speaker, they need to have their camera on? Yeah. So-
Yes.
Yeah. So Bella, I did ask you a few times. Yeah, because when you are debater, your camera is not on, we cannot see your body language. And a mark will be given for body language. Am I correct, Teacher Michael?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Body language is part of the style grading of your mark.
All right. So everyone, especially the speaker, your camera need to be on. Yeah. So Bella, during when you speak, now I see you, but during when you present, I didn't see your camera. All right. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Teacher Michael.
Thank you very much, Ms. Duck. At this time, I would like to invite the first opposition speaker to open their case and make rebutting remarks.
Yes, we should start. Greetings, adjudicators, readers, and Kelly, and my first speaker from the opposition team. My team and I stand here today to talk about the motion that homework should be abolished. We strongly disagree with it.
Excuse me, can you speak louder, please? Can't hear anything.
Am I audible?
Yep, now.
With that being said, I would like to start my rebuttals and my arguments. Proposition Speaker 1 argued that homework takes a significant amount of time to complete. Our team stance disagrees with that. With enough time management, students should be able to complete their assignments with enough time to do other extracurricular activities and bonding with family and this also shows that homework can be a very useful and
1 minute.
skills for the students. Our counter model is that instead of banning homeworks, we would cooperate homeworks as a short-term knowledge assessment for the students after they've learned something along with projects in order to enhance their activity. Homework is a pathway to math. For improvement. This is a universal truth. It's ludicrous to believe that someone, especially a child, could perform at a high level merely after listening to a lecture or watching a video. Think about it. Would you sit your kid down, having never driven a car in Lingo, have them watch a 45-minute presentation on parallel parking, and then ask them to go parallel park on a hilly San Francisco street during rush hour traffic? No, that would be preposterous. You would be putting them in a position where failure is most likely a certainty. Well, when we remove homework from education, then we are doing the same exact thing, setting our kids up to fail. People believe that it is with discipline of practice. While it may be time-consuming, it may be needed to get better at some certain skills. Homework helps make concepts clear and gives students more opportunities when starting a career. According to University of Public schools who don't give homework tend to see their students fail in classes. That is why I strongly disagree with the motion that homework should be about. Thank you for listening. I respect you.
All right.
So yeah, at this time, I'd like to invite the second proposition speaker to make their counter case.
No time for preparation?
Of course. Sorry, let me start the 1
Yeah,
minute,
1 minute.
1 minute preparation period. Okay, that's the end of the 1 minute preparation period. Your 4 minutes to speak starts now.
Hello, everyone. I am Hamp. I am the second speaker of the proposition team, and I'm supporting for the motion that homework should be banned. So, the first opposition speaker said that with enough time management, students can get by with homeworks. Well, problem is, time management is hard to do when you are quite inexperienced. Some students might have no problem with it, but most have a lot of problem with time management, to my experience. They tend to not be able to put out time for doing homework and entertainment, as well as spending time with family and friends as equally. It is hard to do. And students tend to play. Kids tend to play what they want to play. They want to watch YouTube. They want to play on their mobile devices, computers, and it's generally hard to do so.
1
And
minute.
a point that you said is that the fact that if you let a baby watch a video about parallel parking and then tell them to go do that argument is not plausible and or logical. A baby would not ever need to do that. And the difference between a baby and a human adult would be exponential. So I would like to add some more points to this argument. So the first one I would like to add is the fact that students have inequality access to resources. Not all students have equal access to resources needed to complete the homework assignments effectively, and may have limited access to computers, the internet, or any other necessary materials, which puts a disadvantage on them compared to their peers. The next one is one that I can relate to, is the potential for burnouts. There will be a constant having to complete homework assignments and meet deadlines. And that can lead to burnout among students and can result in the lack of motivation, the decreased interest in learning, and negative attitudes towards education in general. One more point I would like to add is the fact that it disrupts the family life. Homework can take away the time they need to spend with family and friends, as I've said. This would lead to conflict and tension between parents and children, especially when parents are required to help with homework that they may not understand or have the time for. I also have one
3
more
minutes.
quite critical point that I would like to add. And it's the fact that the person who invented homework in the 1950s it was meant to be a punishment and not a mandatory thing for all students. So I rest my case here.
Thank you very much,
Thanks.
Ham. We'll now start the 1 minute preparation period before Max steps up to make the opposition team's counter case. And that is the end of the 1 minute preparation period. I would now like to invite the second speaker of the opposition, Max, to make their counter case. Your time starts now.
Okay. Wait a minute, let me turn on my camera. All right. So, good morning, judges, fellow debaters, and my great teammates. My name is Max, and today I'm going to be debating the motion of that homeworks should be should not or should be used in schools. So, practically, I would like to start with my rebuttals. So, they have told you that with homework, they will decrease their time and they won't have things to do with the things they like. Well, with homework, they can increase their time management skills, which later I'll explain more. And secondly, they have told you that the lack of access to resources, which doesn't make children to complete homeworks in the best way. So poor countries like Uganda or Vietnam's countryside kids still try to write. And for example, around 800 years ago, a boy who was very poor got a degree, and the reason why is he still tried to learn even though his family is still very poor. And also, on case 3 of the status quo, it has been shown that they could not use their free time effectively, and time management practice such as homework should be applied. Now I would extend my team's case. So my first argument now is that homework teaches time management. Homework is much more than just completing assigned tasks. Homework can develop time management skills, forcing students to plan their time and make sure that all of their homework assignments are done on time. By learning to manage their time, students also practice their problem-solving skills and independent thinking. One of the positive effects of homework is that it forces decision-making co-problems to be made. My second argument is that homework gets parents involved. Homework can be something that gets parents involved in the children's lives if the environment is a healthy one. A parent helping their child with homework makes them take part in academic success and allows the parent to keep up with what the child is doing at school. It also can be a chance to connect together. And my third argument is that homework allows for more learning time. Homework allows more time to complete the learning process. School hours are not always enough time for students to really understand the core concepts, and homework can counter the effect of time shortages, benefiting students in the long run, even if they can't see the movement. This is why I believe that this motion should fall. Thank you.
Right. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Max. I'll begin the 1 minute preparation period before we have our third proposition speaker summarize their team's case. Okay, that's the end of our preparation period. So I would like to ask the third and final speaker for the proposition team, Emily, to summarize her team's case. In 3, 2, 1, your time starts now.
Okay, my speech will start in 3, 2, 1. Greetings, judges, fellow debaters, and my respectful teammates. My name is Emily, and I am the third speaker of the proposition team. Also, it's the last speaker of my team. Today, my team and I are debating for the motion that homework should be abolished. As a third speaker, my speech is divided into 3 parts. My rebuttal, the summary of my team case, and I will tell you why we should win. First and foremost, I want to rebut with the second speaker of the negative team. He has stated about how homework can increase time management skills in children. However, the homework can disrupt their family life, as a lot of them has unexpected family business. However, if they do not do their homework, they will get punished in school, and this will affect their physical health and also
1
their
minute.
mental health. Also, he states about how homework can help parents keep track of their academic progress. However, not all parents can have time to check, and most of them will ask the teacher in the meeting in the school. Now, I want to summary up my team case. My first speaker have said about the lack of time for other activities, and also how homework can increase stress and pressure on students. My second speaker have said about inequality in access to resources, potential for burnout, and disruption of family life. And now I want to show you why our team should win. Our team should win because we have given clear arguments and examples to show how these arguments work, and also have engaged in rebuttals to tell you why the opposition team arguments is flawed. That's why my team and I totally agree with the motion that homework should be abolished, and that's why we agree that we should take this motion. I rest my case here. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Emily. I'll start the final 1-minute preparation period before we hear from Steph, the third speaker of the opposition team. Okay, that's the end of the preparation period. So we'd now like to hear from Steph to make her closing remarks for the opposition team. Your time starts now.
All right, so before I start, gender pronoun he, him. I'd like to receive verbal POI. Let me set up my timer real quick and then, all right. My speech will start in 3, 2, 1. What proposition has brought up today is a totally I would say it's a totally invalid case without a proper policy or model in order to show how would they achieve this goal. Sorry, my voice is a little bit bad today. So I'll start with the rebuttals. Firstly, proposition has mentioned how homework will decrease time for other activities, but I would like to mention the fact that the average screen time right now of teenagers in America is 8 hours and 39 minutes, while for preteens it is about 5 hours and 40 minutes every day. Therefore, it is not homework that is destroying their personal time and time with the family. It is what they are doing. It is what they are doing outside of homework. For example, they are using the phone. They are on Instagram or TikTok to watch some random video. It is that is the main thing that is affecting their life rather than you suppose it as homeworks, right? Secondly, you also talk about family life disruption. We believe that this disruption has already been caused, as many teenagers right now rather care about their phones rather than their own parents. Therefore, it is not. Therefore, your rebuttals and ultimately your whole case about personal time is invalid, because that homework is not, as we have proven, how homework is not the main cause for those stuff, rather than the students and the average children main choice of what they are doing in the free time. Coming on to the second part, you have stated about stress. We believe that stress is in order to decrease stress, it actually is on our side of the house. Why? Because right now the status quo in the world is that tests are being tests and final assessment are being overused as a type of knowledge assessment, while there's no direct alternative for those. And to the teachers, and if we have homework, to the teachers, homework will provide them with a clearer criteria in order to judge the students based on the understanding of what they have learned. So what will this do? This will reduce the importance of final tests and assessment, and the impact is that it will decrease pressure to the students about tests, while on the other hand, for the teachers, it will create a more holistic criteria to grade and assess the students. Therefore, homework will ultimately decrease stress for both students and teachers, and we have successfully flipped the case from proposition and in order to make it our case. So I'd like to again line our case. Firstly, we have talked about how homework encourages the practice of and make the knowledge that they learn in their school practical. Secondly, we have talked about how it will reduce screen time and teachers' time management. Third, about how it will get the parents involved. And 4,
3 minutes
to create more learning time. Now we will go on to compare the clashes and state why we have won those clashes. Firstly, about personal versus academic growth. This this is the first clashes that appear. Propositions state that now we have homework, then and students will not have time to develop their own personal stuff. But then let's think of the world right now. The world right now is the world where you are only successful when you are successful academically, i.e. everything relates to academic success. If you don't graduate from university, then you don't get a job. And now you did not state the impact of personal growth, i.e. how it'd be beneficial for the student. Second clash being personal versus time management. We have brought up how it is not the homework that is destroying the time
4
management,
minutes.
but rather their own choice. And we believe that homework will be the perfect practice in order to make them practice their time management. And third clash is the stress clash, and we have also successfully flipped that case, and therefore we believe that we have won all 3 clashes and ultimately won this debate. Thank you for listening. Proud to oppose.
Thanks.
Perfectly timed. Okay, so I am going to enable the chat box for a couple of minutes, but this is only for the students on the teams to be able to communicate with each other, to be able to come up with their reply speeches. So, excuse me, please don't.
Why don't you just make 2 more small breakout rooms? That might work.
That might just work. All right, cool. I'm going to open the breakout rooms for 2 minutes, and you can prepare your reply speeches. Remember, guys, it cannot be Steph or Emily to deliver their reply speeches. It can only be first or second speaker. I've just realized this whole time I've been on mute. All right, so just to make sure, after we've done the reply speeches, we're going to send the judges away to decide who wins. And during that time, we are going to have, we're going to spend that time writing a personal reflection about how we think the debate went. So make sure you write down anything new that you didn't know before, how the debaters structured their arguments, how they presented their evidence. Just write down anything you think will help you as a debater moving forward during the judges' deliberation time. But now I would like to invite the opposition speaker or the opposition team's reply speaker to please deliver your reply speech. Your time starts 3, 2, 1, now.
Nobody actually, like in our team, nobody wanted to reply, and I am the one who is reply. Like I can reply, but I'm whipped, so I can't reply.
Oof, just deliver the speech. We would just make sure that that is reflected in the opposition team's marks from the judges.
Can I do the reply, please?
Yes, you can.
All right. So, let me turn on my camera. Well, 2 minutes, right? 2 minutes.
Yep, I'll restart the clock now.
Oh, sorry. All right. So my speech will start in 3, 2, 1. So once again, opposition, the opposition case, we believe that opposition has won this debate because A, we have won throughout the clashes that has been brought up by, we have won all the clashes that are brought up by opposition whip, and there is nothing, and supposedly because proposition did not engage to any with the clashes or establish their own clashes, therefore I will take this as that. Therefore, the opposition team will take this as the fact that they accepted our clashes, and as they have not proven how they won the clashes, but we did. Therefore, we have won all the clashes, and we should win this debate. Secondly, comparing their best case scenario with our worst case scenario. On their best case scenario, it is supposed that without homework, the kids will actually have more time to do the stuff that they like. But question the fact that what they will do is not actually what is beneficial for them. For example, given the example of the screen time, the example about screen time that has been given by the whip, as well as the DLO, and then compare it to our worst case scenario, is that okay, probably that when incorporating homeworks, children will not have any free time for themselves, but at least they have got knowledge, practicable knowledge, as well as good practices for reviewing and do stuff that and learn good learning practices that will be beneficial for them in their future life. Therefore, we have stated on how A, we have won all the clashes, and B, even our worst case scenario is better than their best case scenario, and therefore we should win this debate. Thank you.
That's time. Okay, I'd now like to invite the proposition team reply speaker to deliver their reply speech. Your time starts 3, 2, 1, go.
So after all of this debate, I think that all of the teams did a good job. But however, I think that our team should take this debate. Firstly, that our team has have a lot of arguments, and most of the arguments are have well explanation than the opposition's team. And secondly, some of the speakers and the opposition team speak are really fast, which make confusions for me when I listen to the speech. Also, the opposition team, I know that they have explained a lot of evidence out, but however, I think that they still have a lack of explanation in the speeches. And I didn't hear about how they define the motion and the stakeholders defining in the motion. So as the reply speaker of the proposition team, our team firmly believes that our team take this debate.
Thank you very much. Okay, so I am going to open the breakout room for the judges. I'm going to open the breakout room for the judges now. They are going to have, I'll give them 10 minutes to deliberate about their decision. And in the meantime, remember everyone else, I want you guys to be writing a reflection about how you think this debate went. So I'm going to set this breakout room for 10 minutes. And the rest of you guys, make sure you're writing your reflections about the debate. So again, make it about things that maybe you noticed the speakers did this time. Maybe you learned something new about how a debate should run. Just anything at all that's going to help you guys become better debaters in the long run. Write it down and talk about it in this reflection. So the room's open. We'll see the judges in 10 minutes.
Ooh.
Anne, are you still in here?
Bây giờ là mình nghĩ mình đang đợi trong lúc là các giám khảo đang chấm thi nha. Thành ra là các bạn participant á, là cô Đức đề nghị các con tranh thủ viết lại. Hồi nãy giờ mình nghe cái gì á, viết lại reflection. Alright. Everyone, now is the time for the judges to be in their breakout room to decide who would be the winner. So can you make sure that you take this 5 to 10 minutes time, write your reflection. What have you learned about today? What do you see? What's your observation on the performance of each debater, each speaker? And then, also note down the arguments that have been used by the speakers so that when you are in the room, in the breakout room, you would be able to debate yourself. And also make sure that you rename yourself So I see quite a lot of you here, about 10 of you, that the name have not yet decided that if you are in the opposition or proposition. So you make sure that you put yourself, you rename yourself. So when we decide the breakout room, when you set up the breakout room, we can put you in the correct room. All right, so write your reflection, write down your arguments, yeah, as the arguments for you to be the debater in your breakout room. Yeah. Can also, have a guess that who will be the winner. Are we allowed, Teacher Michael, to write down our, write our opinion as the audience in the chat box now? Yep. Okay. So maybe see the public votes, yeah? So maybe everyone, you are allowed, if you wish to express your opinion, you think who's the best speaker, who's the best team, and the reason why, right? So put yourself, as, in the audience, and then provide your, what we call your reflection, your opinion, yeah? Or maybe I ask, am I allowed to ask a few of them to say while we're waiting, Michael? Or,
Yeah, sure. Just as long as they're writing their reflections down as well. Yeah, sure.
okay, yeah, because I see that, I want to. Maybe, am I allowed to open the chat for everyone? Yeah.
Miss Fan, like in the reflection, like I don't know how to write a reflection.
Reflection mean what do you think about this today debate? Who's the good one? Do you understand their role? Do you understand that who should do what? What the speaker 1, speaker 2, speaker 3 have done. Anything that you learned today. That is, a reflection. Right? Take a note. What arguments have they used? Huh? So when you're listening, right, we also want you to take notes. Write down. Yeah. Who's does how many team, what they have done, what did they say? Right. What arguments have they used? What reason have they used? So after you have, if you finish your reflection, you can also write in the chat, in your opinion, who's the best speaker and the best team.
Okay, guys, so the judges have come back from deciding the winners. So Mark and Rob, would you please tell us which team won the debate, and then give us a little bit of feedback as well for the speakers.
Okay, so we have discussion, and now I would say I would announce the winner is the opposite team, and we have the judge have discussion. So Mark will present and show and provide what did you do good and what did you forget. Thank you.
Yeah, so overall in this debate, I found that it was a somewhat average/below average debate. Don't worry, you're kind of young. So firstly, on this motion, should homework be abolished? I find that we should first start with prop, right? So prop provides like homework has first line, homework has both negative and positive effects. I think that is a very nuanced line, and I don't think it should be particularly in this debate. Secondly, prop does do a good job at defining the stakeholders and teachers, institutions, and students, right? So that is a good point. But their arguments does not really connect back to their stakeholders, how they impact their stakeholders, and what good does that do to stakeholders, unlike the opposition side team, which is brought up kind of late, so it was not credited fully, but I will provide more info on that later. So prop brings up arguments, lack of time for other activities, limited time for like extracurriculars and family time, and they stated that this is very important, which is agreed on both sides. Secondly, it puts stress and pressure on their side. It puts ADHD because of the fixed time that the homework produces, right? So to be honest, I'll just give scores right after I do feedback. So proposition style, first speaker style 5, content 5, strategy 1.5, total 11.5. Opposition, we have first speaker. You guys did rebut that with good time management, students should have enough time, but you didn't really provide why. Like why does, like with good time, how does students provide good time management? You say, oh, students have good time management, therefore students should push through and be able to push through, right? You guys didn't provide mechanism for that, therefore I could not credit it fully, and therefore the point stand, even though that you did try to bring it down. Secondly, so your argument stands with 1, homework enhances knowledge, and because without homework there will be failure since you are unable to review your work at school, right? So yeah, we have long time at school, therefore you need time to review, and that is a very credible point, and you did provide mechanism for it, even though I would like more impact on it. So style 5, content 4.5, and strategy 1.5, therefore brings the total to 11. Second proposition, right? So the speaker stated that most students have problems with time management. Why? And why does most people? This is called hasty generalization. And because of this logical fallacy, I could not credit this point very nicely. So, all right. So kids want to do what they want to do, and it's hard to do so with their homework, right? So that is a rebuttal, but it does not carry much weight. So it was credited partly. So their points brought up, like not all students have access to homework/resources to do homework themselves. But 1, this point stands, but it was a very weak point and a very small point, therefore it does not carry much weight. And secondly, the opposition could have just come off and go through it, which is saying that, oh, students participate in this school, therefore teachers must acknowledge that they are in this environment, therefore they must give the appropriate homeworks to do it, right? So therefore they did push on the impact though. Lack of motivation, therefore the education goes down. There was no time with family and friends, and it creates clashes between students and parents, right? So to be honest, there wasn't a lot of mechanism, but the speaker did a good job at pointing out the impacts. Therefore style 6, content 5, strategy 1.5, total to 11.5. Second, opposition goes with the rebuttals, right? With homework, time management can go up. Like students can train their time management skills, right? Take some examples of Uganda. So that wasn't really credited since there was no analysis on the point itself as well as the example and the evidence, right? So firstly, the arguments was it teaches time management, right? Students plan to do homework without planning to do homework. They cannot do homework, and therefore they do not have like this time management that Prof put up, right? So that is a very credible point, and that does provide impact and mechanism. Therefore, I credited it fully. Second point, it gets the parents' involvement. Impact allow parents to connect with the students and allow parents to view the students, how the students are doing. That was impact, but it does not provide how the parents do it, right? It does not provide the mechanism on why the parents should be doing it and what incentive does parents carry to do this, to actually connect, right? So style 6, concept 5, strategy 2, therefore brings a total to 13. Third prop did a really good job. Rebuttals, homework disrupts family life. Proposition team has been completely enhancing this throughout their whole speeches. So impact affects physical health, mental health, and that is an impact, but it was brought kind of late, so I could not credit it fully, right? So also they have brought out that parents don't have time to be caring about this students' homework. Therefore, the second opposition has brought in like they have disproved this point. True. So I credited that. Third, continuously summarizes. First speaker goes lack of time, creates stress. Second speaker goes inequality to resources, burnout, disrupt family life, and therefore it lowers the engagement with family, right? So style 6, content 7, structure 2, brings a total to 15. Third speaker, Seth from opposition. His rebuttals was almost credited. I found some things that could have been better. I'll explain it afterwards. So he did bring on a very valid point that one, average screen time for teens in their teenagers year or in the US are 8 hours. So therefore he has proved that it is not homework that is disrupting the family life. Even if the students have free time, they would be on their phone doing whatever the things there, right? So he has disproved that it is not because of homework that these students are unable to go with their family. So secondly, stress, right? He proved why they decrease stress, even though this was pointed out in the third speaker, and it was a relatively new point, therefore it was not credited fully, but points were acknowledged. So in their world, in status quo right now, tests are overused, right? Therefore therefore using homework decreases pressure for the students and decrease pressure for the teachers, right? Even though first opposition did not really point out the stakeholders, but therefore opposition goes with the stakeholders, but WIP from opposition did enhance this and did say that, we win the stakeholders by helping them help teachers judge holistically and help students decrease pressure, right? So yeah, that was a good point. Summary, it was average. Clashes, right? What a good thing that third whip has done, had done for me was that he pointed out the clashes, right? So he clashed between the personal versus academic growth, and he pointed out that in this world people are successful because of academic. They get into jobs because of academics, therefore it should be prioritized, right? So academic is important. That was credited. Secondly, the personal versus time management, right? So not homework that these people because homework are destroying these people time. It was because of these people are just destroying time for themselves and using their free time to do unnecessary things that they don't need, right? So yes, he did flip that. That stress point was valid, very valid, and therefore brings this point to structure 7, content 8, strategy 3. He had a total point of 8. I'll go with the reply, right? Though noting that whip did do reply for whip, therefore strategy point will do 0 since it affects the team's working skills. So whip replying 0 strategy point. So 1, prop didn't engage in the clashes. They didn't point out the clash. He stated that. Therefore, they have proved that they have won, and they have also compared their best/worst case So best of proposition case with the worst of opposition case. So they still prove that proposition's best case does not do better than opposition's worst case. Therefore, they win even on their worst case. All right. So that was acknowledged, and therefore speaker score was structure 3, content 4, strategy 0. It brings a total to 7. Proposition didn't end with a reply speaker. So they have stated that their team has done a well explained and like arguments, which I find out that it was kind of not true, and I couldn't really find this to be affecting me. So they've also pointed out the opposition team speaks too fast. I don't find how this is relevant to the team winning. So I give structure 2, content 2, file 2, content 2, structure 1. Therefore, it goes to a total of 5. So concluding in this debate, opposition third speaker staff has won the award of being the best speaker for this debate, and opposition wins in the progress. It wasn't reached by both of our decisions. Thank you.
Thank you very much to the judges for all of that feedback. I hope everybody was listening and paying attention because there really was a lot of good information in there that will help everybody to get better at debating. And a big congratulations to our winning team as well, the opposition team. So now what we're going to do, we're going to give me just 2 moments. I'll be right back with
All right. What do you think, everyone? So the two debate team and the judges, they did an excellent job, right? Right. Can everyone open your mic and then give the debate team and the judges a round of applause? Yay! If you can do, open the mic. All right. Now, I give you a challenge. Can you do better? So for the participant, can you be the better debater than the SH? And for the SH, who were the debater, can you be the better judges? Right? Can you? You believe? I think so, because you have just, witnessed, you have learned from the debate team, you hear from the judges, right? They did the hard work for you. So now is this the time for you to put everything on your reflection into action? Yeah? Right. I know it was longer than I anticipated. You were so good and gave a lot of feedback, right? Now, so how do we decide? I can see I count before, so I count again. So Michael, please.
Excuse me. How many SH you need to give the participant a
I mean,
debate?
ideally,
Yeah.
that is three judges per room. But if we don't have, at least as one, so that one, the SH will be the judge, because I want all the participants to have opportunity to debate. Yeah, right. So I know that we're running out of time. So now what do you want to do, everyone? We still split the breakout room. So as I can see, if I see 01, I have here is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I see that each of we have about oh no, yeah, we have 6. Oh, that means we have 6 room, right? So maybe if I split into how many room here? Create a option at the room. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do keep 1 room as the churches. All right. Okay. Right now, how many team is available here that we can, you know, give you the room for together? Any team here that have everyone?
Let me check my team.
Yeah.
Winners. Oh yeah, my team. Winners team.
The Angels team also has everyone.
Okay, right. So can you decide? So I think maybe easy for me, I will just call room 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry. So any team that already have, can you put in the chat? So Winston team, are you on here? Mandarin team, which team? Right. Right. So maybe I combine the Brainiac and Winner. You can go to team room 1. Right. Or maybe I know.
All right.
Maybe you stay here. No. These two, you stay here in the main room, because I would like you to do the mock, the debate in the main room. All right. And then
All right.
anything that is right. Maybe I open own room for now. Right. So everyone, you can let I see. So 01, 02, 03. Right. How do they easy? Oh, sorry. I need to see that, if you're able to choose the room, breakout room, right. Right. So Michael, you still here? I'm not sure. Michael, you still here? So can we have in the room, at least, can I have opposition 1, 2, 3 in each room? Right. So maybe you join the room now, and if you everyone, you put yourself like together, join the room, and then when I see that if it's more or less, then I move around. Yeah, is it okay?
Teacher,
Yes.
which room should I join?
Oh, because you don't have name yet, you have to decide that if you are the proposition or opposition.
Also, can we leave?
Yes. You want to leave? Do we have
Yeah, I'm a
15
bit busy
minutes?
right now.
Okay.
All right, so okay.
I
All right,
just
bye.
choose room number 4.
All right. Yes.
2 people. Is that okay?
We're going to see
Each room we should have about 3. I think.
Excuse me.
Hmm?
My team. You said that my team should be in the main room, right?
Yeah. Your team
So
should be in the room.
I will stay here.
Okay. So the room has been open. So for everyone, if you want to practice, you can join in the room with your SH. If you want to be the what we call the participant, you can stay in the main room, right? Okay.
Okay, so we're